All right, looks like we're live. Hey, what's going on, Josh? We're doing a little live Q&A, so throw in questions, anything at me you want to discuss or whatever. We're sitting live here on YouTube as well, and for my guys on YouTube watching, I got my Instagram live going too, so trying to maximize my questions and amount of people I can reach right now. Yep. So any questions at all, throw them in the comments, guys. Slack Tide, what up, doing, my boys? So yeah, the guy Slack Tide that has joined here on Instagram are the guys that created my first intro on YouTube a while ago, well over a year ago. Nick, what's going on, man? My dude Ryan, what's going on, fellas? All right, what do people want to talk about today? What do we want to know? What do we want to discuss? What are we curious about? It could be fishing, life, sports, anything. How much time does it take to edit a podcast? I guess it depends. Majority of my podcasts, I use Skype to record majority of them. And Josh on here, he runs 2 podcasts himself, who he knows, is you can record from Skype, and it gives you that file. And uploading to YouTube, I upload that podcast straight from Skype to YouTube. I don't make any edits at all beyond a thumbnail. But uploading to Anchor, which is an app that a few of us use to upload to whether Spotify or Apple, the different applications that are involved with Anchor, I just pretty much convert that YouTube or the Skype recording to a media file and then upload it to Anchor, and it takes a couple minutes. Jackson, what's going on, man? Where's your favorite place to fish? Cayuga Lake by far. A lot of my New York guys are on here right now, so they can agree. Cayuga Lake is the place to be, especially coming up in a couple months. Andrew, what's going on, fellas? But yeah, it really doesn't take too long to edit a podcast. A lot of mine so far, I use a Logitech webcam, which is right here that I'm doing YouTube live with, and those are super simple to upload and use and install, and it's real nice. If you guys want like a tutorial on how I do that, I can certainly make a video on it. You guys can let me know down there. Andrew. Nick, yeah, Cayuga spawn is the place to be. That is for sure. Cayuga pre-spawn, spawn, post-spawn. It's always a place to be. Bruce, what's going on, man? Yeah, it's Field and Stream Flannel. Which platform do you see your most viewership? Some episodes kind of go back and forth, but for majority, actually, YouTube does the best. I've gotten a few episodes that are well over 100. I think the biggest one I have with Anchor, which counts all of the different applications it uses, like Spotify, Apple. I think the biggest one I have right now, viewership-wise, is Greg Blanchard's podcast. That's like mid-60s. So it can go back and forth. It depends on what it is. Typically, Ryan in here, he's Sloppy Knots in here. We've talked about this, is that a lot of people who like podcasts will go back into an archive and kind of look at things. And I've noticed they might not blow up right away, but give it like a week and a half, week or two, and those will be up in the 80s, 100s. Not that it's a lot, but it's gaining ground. It's picking up speed. So missing my boat. I feel you. My kayak's sitting out in the shed. I feel bad. She's sitting out there in the cold. Didn't know Anchor was all encompassing. Appreciate it from Anchor. Thanks, Slack Tide. Appreciate you, boys. You guys have been here for a while. Been back when 4 years ago when the channel. I mean, we're only at 300 subs, but back when the channel was, 30 to 40, Slack Tide was around supporting. But yeah, Anchor is super easy to use. Very, very easy to use. What's up, Gary? If you guys watched the recent lake trout video I did, Gary was the one that was also featured in that one, freaking out. Let's see. All right, for everybody joining a little bit later, we're doing a live Q&A. So if you guys got questions, comments, any topics you want me to discuss or you want to discuss in the comments, throw them out there. Let's talk. Doesn't have to be fishing. It could be sports. It could be whatever. Let's just talk. Bilski Fishing, what's going on, man? So while we're waiting for some of the comments to come in, we got a yeah, Gary, the party's here. Now that you're here, man. Hey, Josh, there we go. Dark Waters. For those in the comments, in the Instagram comments, go head over to Dark Waters Fishing. He's got a great podcast. The plaque behind me, right here. That is my first boat tournament win my senior year of high school with Nate Woislaw. We won our very first tournament we ever competed in, ever in a boat as well. We won. We put up 22 pounds on Canisius Lake. Ontario Fishing Charters, what's going on? Yeah, so what I was saying earlier, guys, we got another episode and we're going to be recording tonight. I got Dwayne Beatty coming on the show. He's another kayak bass fishing guy who's well known in the game. We're going to get him on here and pick his brain and learn his story. Tomorrow we got a new episode uploading as well. We have Josh Bertrand from Major League Fishing. He's coming on. He came on the podcast. So if you're into podcasts too, he's got a great one. Josh Bertrand's Anglers Happy Hour. Big fan of that one. What's an odd way or setup that you use that most wouldn't? Oh. That's a good question, Crozer. I'm sorry if I butcher your name here. I know we've talked a few times, but I've never actually tried to pronounce your name. An odd way to set up that I use that most wouldn't. I can't really think of anything too, I guess, odd or different. I think recently, I know some people are kind of picky about their rods they use blade baits, but I used a drop shot rod the other day with a blade bait, 6-pound test, 6-pound fluorocarbon with 10-pound braid, and I was handling lake trout just fine. Granted, I lost a very nice smallmouth, so that might have been the reason why. It could have been the rod, it could have been me, who knows? But I wouldn't say I'm too innovative, I guess. I mean, I try to explore different things, but usually when I think I've found something that's a little bit different, I go look up on YouTube and it's already done. So it's a thought that counts, right? Dale, what's going on, man? We're doing a live Q&A here. So if you guys have some different comments, questions, topics you want to talk about, throw them out there. Dale is a very, very good stick from New York as well. So yeah, tomorrow we got Josh Bertrand uploading at 6 a.m. What smallmouth? Gary, there's smallmouth all over the place. Stop. Gary was with me when I lost that big smallmouth, which I was referring to. Why don't you post more fishing videos? What's up, Force? I don't post more because I haven't gotten out, and I've tried twice recently, and I didn't catch anything. But soon, once we actually get ice up here in New York, I'll be making some videos, and you're gonna be taking me to the lake. Can you catch them? Not recently, I can't. We also have, in addition to Josh Bertrand tomorrow, guys, we have on Monday, we have Alex Blackwell, who is the videographer and editor for John B. He came on the podcast. We did some awesome conversation there. What about that unused archived GoPro footage? I do have a couple clips I could post. I guess there'll only be 2 to 3 minute videos, but that's a good one. Thank you, Rich. Hella Bass is in here. Rich Lindgren. I think I pronounced that right. Sorry, Rich. Head over to his channel, his media page. Give him a follow. The dude he's got some crazy good videos out there. He's a stick. Yeah, because I don't catch anything. Gary, you wouldn't have caught anything if it weren't for me. And then, so kind of keeping up with our live stream here, talking about the schedule of the podcast. Again, we have Alex Blackwell coming on Monday, and then Wednesday we have my dude Darren Green, who's a director of sales at Line Cutters. He's coming on as well. Yeah, we got a lot of sticks in here, Andrew. Everyone besides Gary. Throw some shade out there. But yeah, we got Wednesday is director of sales at Line Cutters. One of the guys that pretty much helped build Line Cutters. He came on the other night, and his episode will be uploading Wednesday. And Andrew Full Fishing's in here. Give him a follow if you want to see any giant smallmouth caught out of Lake Erie. Hence his profile picture. That's 1% his face and 99% smallmouth. I guess we'll keep it rolling with some. Hey, what's going on, Pete? Pete just joined the chat. Water and Ice Outdoors, another guy who came on the podcast. Go check out his YouTube channel. A guy who's out of Minnesota that's been killing them on the ice and actually gotten on some open water smallmouth. Andrew, I can imagine you haven't fished much lately because you got that kid, man. You're a new father. You get yelled at if you go fishing now, right? Don't add Andy. He's a jerk. We got some conflict going on in the chat. All right. No, we have a little bit. I went and checked a local pond the other day, Pete. We have about like an inch and a half of ice, but we're supposed to get mid-60s here Saturday, so it's probably all going to be gone. Well, there you go, Andy. You got to keep her then. She doesn't yell at you. Thankfully, I don't get yelled at yet for going fishing. Only by my dad for stealing his truck. Let's go. Yeah, Nick, if you know a place that we can go ice fishing, man, let's go. I mean, I know the Adirondacks have gotten some ice, and I know one of my friends, Tyler Sweet, he's up in the Adirondacks, and he's been on them a little bit. I know they got some good ice up there. I know Gary's gone up and fished. So if you know places around here, let's get out. Yeah, mid-60s. Yeah, no kidding. I would imagine some guys are probably going to be out on Ontario. I know that guys were out on Ontario catching some big smallmouth last week. Summarize the MLF changes. I know that they just posted something about a new change. I've yet to actually read the new article, but I know there's going to be changes, like there's going to be a limit on a minimum poundage or a weight that they can bring in. You can tell me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure the exact change. I haven't read the full article yet. And different automatic placements or automatic, you move on kind of thing. Yeah, I'll have to read that article afterwards, Rich. I know it's going to be different. I saw it in the comments. People seem to be pleased by it. Let's see if we can pull it up here. MLF changes. Let's see. I will have to make a video. I'll have to bring somebody on the podcast. Maybe you, Rich, and we'll talk about the changes they made and how it might affect things. Yeah, we do have to drive to scratch the itch. Unfortunately, this is a weird winter. Usually I spend most of my winters down in Florida for a couple of weeks, and I'm usually at school. It's the first winter I've had in New York where I can actually fish and have time now that I'm not in college. Nick asks, which NYKBF events will you be fishing? I hope all of them. One thing what's kind of cool is my podcast now is the official sponsor of NYKBF, which is the Kayak Bass Fishing Trail of New York. So each winner of each tournament will have the opportunity to come on the podcast, and we'll get their story, get a little tournament recap, see how they did, see what their outlook was. They did practice, their preparation, whatnot, different things like that. So it's gonna be pretty awesome. So I don't know if I'm gonna compete just yet. That's kind of up in the air. I will be fishing them if I'm around. But competing wise, it's kind of up in there. I know I'm trying to fish the Bassmaster Kayak Series, the one in Lake Erie. That is one that is highlighted for this year. Got to get a new graph though before I do that. Hopefully changing a scoreable to 2 pound minimum. That would be okay. Pete says hopefully changing a scoreable fish to 2 pound minimum. That's for Major League Fishing. That would be cool. That would probably appease a lot of people. It would change people's strategies, different anglers' outlooks when they go to practice for them, and what they, I guess, their plan, their strategy for tournament day. Donnie, what's going on, man? Andy, we got to get out and chrome fish sometime. We both can be babysitters. Don't they have those baby backpacks? Can't you take your babies out fishing with you? Do Lake George. I think maybe Lake George. We'll see. I forget when Lake George is. I think is it the same time of year where it's pre-spawn this year? Lake George. Nick asks favorite baits to throw. Oh, geez. I love a jerkbait. Jerkbait bite's really fun. Pretty much my main tool in my arsenal for summertime is flipping. I love to flip. I mean, who doesn't? I love to flip heavy. But jerkbait bite, if you got on a good jerkbait bite, that's fun. I mean, you're on a good pattern, and just getting destroyed by either largemouth or smallmouth. Smallmouth are better, but still, anything with a jerkbait's pretty fun. We doing KBF this year. I'm gonna look around. I mean, I know they haven't posted Dark Waters Fishing. Josh over there, his podcast Dark Waters, asks if I'm gonna do any KBF events this year. And I want to. I know the full schedule hasn't been posted yet. So I'm kind of trying to monitor that and see what's going on. I'm not trying to travel too much. I do plan on, depending on the job I get, hopefully I will have a job enough that will allow me to fish tournaments, and then hopefully, become a member and do the national championship. I've qualified once, and I was supposed to qualify last year again, but I didn't become a member before making the qualifying in the tournament. So hopefully, I've never been. It's about time I actually go and compete. Rich says, Coosa spots kill jerkbaits. I'll love to go fish. That's a bucket list area for me to go fish. I've yet to catch a spot anyways in general, so I got to cross that off the list. I just gave you the evil eye when you mentioned backpack. Sorry, I don't mean to get you in trouble. Oh, it is posted. Okay. I'll have to go take a look. Was it posted recently? Because I thought I checked about last week. But I would like to do them. I might look up some of the Hobies, see where the Hobie tournaments are being held at. Might do some of those. Again, it all falls down to where I end up job-wise. So I hope to do a couple tournaments at least. But I know for sure what is certain is I will be hosting the NYKBF winners on the podcast, so that'll be a lot of fun. I got a lot of NYKBF folks in the chat right now. Hobie at Lake Erie too. Okay, yeah. Well, let me know if you do that one, Josh. Maybe we can the road trip, get a spot together there, practice. Maybe do a campfire podcast at Lake Erie. It's good. It's a good idea. Get a campfire, get a couple beers and the boys. It'll be fun. Let's hear some more questions. Let's hear some random questions. Anything. Fishing, life, sports, world today. Where's the kayak tourney out of? To be exact, I don't remember where it's actually out of. I know it depends. The Hobie one at Lake Erie, I might be getting confused. I don't know if it's Hobie Erie or it's Bass that's doing Erie. They might both be. I guess it depends. I don't think they're going to go out of Safe Harbor, just because they don't want people risking getting caught in current. So I think they'll do Erie, Pennsylvania, or they'll do Ohio. Rich asks Vikings or Niners, and then the Pack versus the Seahawks. I'm gonna have to go with the Packers just because I'm an Eagles fan. Don't hate on me. So the Eagles lost to Seahawks, so I'll have to vote for the Packers. Vikings or Niners? I gotta go Vikings. Big Kirk Cousins fan. Also, the Niners just got it was weird. I know you enjoyed that answer, Rich, because I know you're a Vikings fan. So is Pete. We got a lot of Minnesota guys in here. Again, guys that just kind of joined, reading these comments, there's a lot of good accounts in here, podcasts, YouTube channels, guys that do a lot of good. Give them some follows. Hate the Packers. Hate the Packers? You hate Aaron Rodgers. Nick, are you getting a boat anytime soon? A motor? No. Pretty much for the only point that I don't have much money, and I love fishing on my kayak. I can do everything on my kayak, so gonna stay in that for a while until something switches and I have the budget for a boat. Then sure, but really don't plan on getting on a boat anytime soon. I have a lot of friends that are very nice and invite me out on their boat, so I really have no necessity for it. Josh posted the link to the schedule. Let's go read it. So Pete says MLF established a variable minimum weight for scoreable bass. Started with a 2-pound minimum at the first event. Must have heard my wishes. They must have heard a lot of people's wishes. That's awesome. That's cool. That changes things. That's good. Now you don't see guys going after squeakers and winning off 47 squeakers. That's going to make things interesting. I think guys are going to go back to – some guys will probably go back to their old habits, of old strategies, of just, going for the bigger fish rather than going for quantity. Some might. You never know. We won't see until we see. But yeah, down the road, it's going to be interesting. Going to have a couple more Bassmaster guys, some FLW Opens guys. I got John Hunter coming on in a couple weeks. So it sounds like they'll set the minimum weight for each event. Oh, so it's variable then. That'd be kind of cool. I guess it depends on where you go. So Lake Fork should probably be like a 3-pound minimum then, right? It'll be interesting. I had when we had on Josh Bertrand, one of the things you guys will see tomorrow when it uploads in the morning, we talked about is how he thinks and he kind of predicts that MLF is going to go around and through a western swing, so go through like the Delta or Clear Lake for MLF, which is going to make things really interesting. Yeah, make it a lot more fun to watch, especially if they have that minimum. Guys are going to go after bigger fish. But I'm envisioning MLF going to like Clear Lake, and everybody's throwing Huddlestons and swim baits, and that would be sick. There's the old Bassmaster Clear Lake video that's out there. Every guy's throwing a Huddleston, and the weights are ridiculous. Rich, you got any big videos coming out soon? How about you, Pete? Yeah, we do plan on having a couple more people on the podcast soon. Next week, I am having Tanner Lyons on. If you guys watch Luke Duncan's YouTube, YouTube is like Luke Duncan's Traveling Circus or something like that. I believe I watch it all the time, and I can't believe I don't remember the name. But Luke Duncan's Traveling Circus, I believe it's Traveling Circus. But Tanner Lyons is his videographer, his editor, and he does a lot of amazing work. They put out some videos today, actually, and yesterday, I believe they uploaded one as well. Pretty much, this kid's ridiculous. Gets paid to travel the country for different people. He's done like Guggen Squad. He's done Luke Duncan. He's done some other professional anglers, and he does some amazing videos. So I'm gonna have him on, talk about different things he does and why he, his motivation behind film and editing and media. Just put one out Tuesday, catching some nice crappies and Southern Minnesota. Yeah, go check out Water and Ice Outdoors. The dude's a hammer. Whether it's ice is hard or open. So yeah, you were putting a beat into those crappies, dude. I don't know if anybody watches the Mikey Balls fishing, but he put out a really good one today. He put out a really good one these past couple weeks. Catching some giants. He got pissed like he caught like a 30 pound sack. He got a 30 and he was pissed because he didn't get 40. I mean, I'm happy with 20. Nick, what's going on, man? For those joining late, we are doing a Q&A. Any questions, comments, topics you guys want to talk about, throw them at me. Let's hear it. We're going to be on here for a few more minutes. So I want to get in every question we can. Let's talk things. Let's talk shop. Let's talk fishing. Let's talk sports. I want to hear all about it. I want to talk all about it. I'm hoping to try to do a live stream like this. Hopefully we'll gain in numbers. I think we've had a little bit over only 10 people today, which is fine. It's perfect for, in my mind, for starting out. So what do you guys think for those listening, for a live stream? Should I do once a week? Should I do once every other week? Should I keep it to only Instagram? Should I keep it to YouTube? Both? Do you like how this is going? I want to hear it in the comments of what you guys think. Open to criticism. Insult me. Nick made soft plastics for you and your dad. What kind of soft plastics you make? Craws? Swim baits? I would love to make my own baits. I'm not creative enough. I'm not the craftsman. My buddy is Guppy. He makes Guppy Fishing on Instagram. He makes his own baits. Whatever is best for me. Come on, Pete. You're supposed to be mean. Hate on me. Give me something that that helps me. Live stream helps with hitting watch time goals on YouTube. This is true. So maybe once a week then, Rich. So, Rich, now you got to get into live streams, man. Said you never done a live stream. Now you got to do it. Matt Luna, yeah, that dude. Matt Luna, he's got a great channel. Some really good editing and filming, and he catches some giants. And yeah, he makes some sick stuff too. Gary, I'm nice. All right, Gary, enough with the jokes. We know you're not nice. I'm gonna stay on probably until another 3 minutes here. But this is a lot of fun. I'm thinking Rich and I, you mentioned that, and Pete. Well, I'm gonna get a little more input from you guys, but I might maybe do once a week, maybe like a Thursday night or Friday night live or something like that. I know there's a few of those out there, but we'll see. It's fun. I like this kind of spur of the moment stuff, so I think it should be interesting if we keep going on with it, and hopefully, as we keep going on, obviously things are going to grow, and we can extend these from a half an hour to maybe 45 to an hour. Should be a lot of fun. Dobbins rod you wish you had. Model wise, can't remember the top of my brain. Honestly, I'm really bad with model names. I know the Champion XPs. Obviously, I want them, but the actual specifics. I'm really back and forth with my rods. I love Dobbins. I like my Falcons a lot. Lose you can't really argue with, but really the Dobbins and Falcon I'm going back and forth with, and I don't know, Champion. I've yet to find a good Dobbins chatterbait rod. So if you got one in mind, send it my way. If you a weekly or bi-weekly one, come out with some discussion topics, and you get some good debates. That's a good idea. Yeah, maybe I'll come more prepared with a topics list for you guys, and then you can throw questions depending on the topics. Hayes Baldwin, what's going on, man? He's another guy we're gonna have on the podcast here soon. Conan, what's going on, man? You're a good buddy of Derek Brundle, who we had on the podcast. More northeast kayak fisherman, but Mr. Baldwin, who just joined the chat, is a fella we're gonna have. He's a guide up in I believe you're in Minnesota, correct? He's a fishing guide, multi-species fishing guide. We're gonna have on here and talk different things with. He's gonna drop some knowledge on us. Shimano. I don't have any Shimano rods, Gary, but I got a lot of Shimano reels. By a lot, I mean like 3. Open up the Bass MLF can of worms and see where it takes you. That would be interesting. I know if you guys watch Oklahoma's Worst Anglers, I think he just did a video on that. Or no, he did Guggen Baits versus 6 Cents. That's a whole nother debate. Not really a debate, but petty drama. Love Shimano rods. Yeah, I haven't gotten around to use one. Not saying they're bad, not saying I don't like them, just haven't used them. Heard a lot of amazing things, though. I'll let you touch some ex-brides. Are those the ones you dropped in the bottom of the St. Lawrence, Gary, or are you actually going to let me use one? That, yeah, it did ruffle some feathers, Pete. But yeah, I'll come on with a couple of topics and different things to talk about. I think it's a better idea. Also, I kind of scheduled this late because I just wanted to do it. I was really excited for it. So yeah, I think what I'll do is, maybe I'll start making a weekly thing. I'd have a topic we'll go on and talk about. Maybe a Thursday night, a Wednesday night. I don't know. I'll touch base with a lot of you guys afterwards and see on what day would work best out of the week to kind of get on each week and talk a different topic and kind of maybe feel out with my Instagram story and different posts on what topics people want to talk about. So it could be a lot of fun. So we're going to wrap it up there. This is a lot of fun. I know we didn't get a huge following, but I mean, 10 to 15 people, that's a good start. And, I like to see where this is going to go. It's a lot of fun for me. Hope it's fun for you guys watching, with different questions. Hopefully I can help answer stuff, be entertainment, maybe help you guys learn something. And that's why I do all this, to help you guys learn, help me learn. That's all the fun in it. You can definitely try them. Thanks, Gary. Appreciate it. All right, guys. So thank you for tuning into this. We're gonna end it right here, and we're gonna see you guys later. And Mr. Ball, can't wait to chat with you, bud. Can't wait to chat with you, man. It's gonna be a fun time having you on the podcast. Looking forward to it. All right, guys. Take it easy. We're gonna end it right here.